What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce 2. My name's Will. I hope you guys are feeling loved. I hope you guys know I love you. God loves you. There's an awesome plan for your life. Today, we have a whole bunch of graded Pokemon cards to open up. Some from a fresh submission to CGC, and some graded cards that I bought for other reasons that we'll explain later. And we're going to take a close, hard look at these CGC slabs and see if getting cards graded by CGC is even worth it. Guys, if this is your first time here and you like Pokemon and openings and news and stuff like that, I try and bring you guys 2 or 3 videos a week. So if you like that type of a thing, make sure to hit that subscription button and that notification bell. And if you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up because it really does tell YouTube that people like the video. It helps and it's free for you to do. So CGC is a company that has recently, within the past couple months, started doing grading for trading cards, especially Pokemon. PSA and Beckett are super backed up, and so CGC has gotten quite popular, and this is my first submission to CGC right here. So we've got some great cards in here, some 4 cards that I actually sent this off as a faster submission. It's not bulk. It was like a standard or a regular submission or something like that. So we're going to jump into this. We're going to open this up and check out and see what our grades are. But before we do that, I also have some other slabs that I've purchased separately for different reasons. So let's open these slabs real quick and see what we've got. If you've ever graded with CGC, drop me a comment down below and let me know, what do you think? I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions, okay? And there's a lot of people out there that are like, PSA or die, and I hate being somebody that is just single-minded about something. Like, I think there's a lot of people that swear by PSA just because PSA is what they have always used. So I think it's okay to look at different things, and I personally think that CGC is going to get better and better and more renowned and more renowned. So you can see here we have a Japanese PSA Pokemon card that I purchased, and it is I don't think I purchased this one. I think someone actually sent it to me for free, so thank you, Tony, if you're watching this. We have an old school energy, just a steel Japanese metal energy. And so boom, right there, PSA 8. I'm sorry, yeah, PSA 8. And slab actually has some scuffing and stuff, but I bought this for a very specific reason. And I'm not going to tell you why, but stay tuned because I'm going to have a very cool video coming up about some graded cards. Alrighty, next one. Let's see what we have here. How many of y'all like to submit cards for grading? I'm still waiting on a PSA submission. I'm sending off another CGC bulk submission. So I think it's a great way to preserve your cards and also a great way to, you know, make a little bit of a financial investment into your collection to see what type of grades you can get. So this is actually the first CGC card I've ever held. I have never held a CGC slab before this, and this is from a very recent submission. And I'm excited. I like the way it feels. So boom, we have a CGC 6 Mew EX Legend Maker 2006. It's a beautiful card. I got it for a great price. I like the way this slab feels. Compared to a PSA, you know, I don't know, it feels good. It feels like somewhere in the middle between a Beckett and a PSA, where Beckett is just like super hefty and super chunky. I like it. This is actually a beautiful card. Might make some of y'all sad what I have planned for these 3 specific slabs right here that I'm showing off. But this Mew is super cute, and first time holding a CGC slab. I like it. All right, last slab purchase before we get into the submission return. Let's see, get this open right here. Come on, goodness gracious. There we go. Man, these folks did a fantastic job making sure these slabs were protected. They packed their slabs better than people have packed raw cards that they've sent me, which is ironic because the slabs in and of themselves, being in slabs, already have a good level of protection. All right, so let's get this team bag off of here. And then we got PSA, we got CGC. So the third one is a double team bag. All right, come on up. And third one is, this is a Japanese 9.5 Dragon Storm Hakumo Yeah, very, very, very interesting Pokemon card, but wanted a Beckett slab. So I think this one was given to me. I think I bought this one for 20 bucks. I think I bought this one for 20 bucks. So I am not going to tell y'all what my plans are for these 3 slabs, but I do have some very special plans for these slabs that you should stay tuned for, because it is going to be really, really cool. All right, guys, so let's jump into this CGC submission right here. There are some cards in here that I'm really excited to open. 2 cards that I pulled myself that you may have watched me pull on this channel, and then a couple of vintage cards that I'm really excited to have graded. And I'm really excited to see where CGC goes. I think they have a good head on their shoulders as far as grading is concerned. They are the standard when it comes to comic books, and I think with the market just being so flooded and saturated with people wanting to get cards graded through PSA and Beckett, that there's room in the marketplace for them. So we have our first ever CGC submission here that I'm really, really excited to open up. And I went ahead and pre-cut the box because these boxes can be somewhat difficult to open because they're just really good, high quality boxes, and they want to ship your stuff so it doesn't get all jacked up. So let's see. Okay, so you can't see what the grades are, okay? So I can't see them either, so I'm just gonna set this aside. What a really nice way to, to do it. I don't know what is what. I just know that there's 4 cards here, okay? So we're gonna pull our first card, and boom, here is our first CGC card. So like I said, I sent off 4 cards in this submission. I wanna say they were each 20 or 25 bucks, something like that. Took about 6 weeks or so. And I'm really excited to see what we have. So let's just go ahead and flip them over. And like I said, that other slab that I opened up just now was my first CGC slab ever. I really like it. I love how clear it is. It feels really, really good. So let's see what this one is. Let's see what we got. All right, 3, 2, and 1. And we have a first edition Lapras in a CGC 8. First edition holographic Lapras from Fossil in a CGC 8. Not bad. That's better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. I know CGC is super, super strict on their grading, and I can't help but wonder what it would get at a PSA, but I am taking a long time. This is a long run gamble that CGC is going to be just as popular as Beckett and demand just as nice of a price as Beckett in the future. So CGC 8 Lapras, very nice. So let's look at our subgrades. What do our subgrades tell us here? So our centering is an 8.5, which I find to be interesting. The centering on the front does not look... Okay, the centering on the back is a little whack. You can see right there, much thicker there than there. Yeah, okay, centering definitely an issue. Surface is an 8. That makes sense because it is a very old card from 1999. Corners 8, edges 8. All right, and we got an 8. Hey, I'm not mad at all. A first edition vintage Lapras from Fossil, the holographic in a CGC 8. I'm not mad at that at all. Very beautiful card. Really, really cool about that. Happy with that grade too, to be perfectly honest with you. Very happy with that grade. All right, let's get our second one out. I love the way they sent these in that little container. Second card. Okay, let's see what our second CGC submission is going to get us. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, that one hurts a little bit, but okay. 7.5. We got a 9.5 on centering. Wow. First edition Scyther from Jungle. I sent these off specifically because they were first edition vintage holos. Very beautiful card. I wasn't expecting a 7.5, to be perfectly honest with you, but we do know CGC is a bit stricter. A lot of people out there don't like that, but strict is good, in my opinion. So our first edition Scyther from Jungle. I have to say, I like these slabs a lot. This is very simple. I know it's very simple, but I think it's really, really cool. I personally like it, and I like the subgrades. So our subgrades on this one, it looks like we got a 9.5 on centering, which is great. 7.5 on the surface, an 8 on the corners, and a 7 on the edges. So it looks like the edges is what took us down to a 7.5, which is kind of a bummer. I don't really see that Oh yeah, you can see. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but at the bottom right here, there's a bunch of issues right there. But these were the only first edition holographic cards that I had, so I definitely wanted to send these off. So I'm not upset. Not at all. So 8.5, or an 8 and a 7.5. Very, very cool. Okay, these next two are two that I'm really excited about. Not necessarily because they have value. They do have some value, but I pulled these myself personally and was so excited to pull them. So these two, I'm hoping for good grades. So let's see what we got on our first one. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh! 9.5! Not bad. So I know CGC is super strict, so that means this would have probably been a PSA 10. That is okay with me. 9.5 on my shiny Charizard V that I pulled from Champion's Path myself. So this is so special to me because I pulled it myself, and this is going to stay in my collection. 9.5. Wow, a 10 would have been cool. I hoped for a 10. I really did. Looks like we got a 9 on centering, a 9.5 on surface, and then our corners and edges actually got 10s, which is really remarkable. Beautiful. I am very glad that I sent these off to CGC. I think the slabs look great. Awesome. That is so cool. 9.5. Very, very excited that I got a 9.5 on this. I wigged out when I opened this pack that had this card. I made a video, and I think I called it Champion's Path Sucks. And opened all of my Champion's Path sealed product, and opened something like 30 or 40 packs, and on the very last box, that was a Marnie box, pulled this bad boy. Beautiful card, really like it a lot. Really hoping to pull the shiny Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates. Look at that. Charizard V, Champion's Path, 9.5, Gem Mint. Cannot be upset about that. Cannot be upset about that. That is really cool. All right, guys, last card. Very pleased with these. This is the only grade that hurt a little bit. Very, very happy with this one. This card right here that I sent off, I think the centering on this card is a little bit worse than the centering on this one. And I think, I might be wrong, but I think there was a blemish on a corner. So I doubt that this one's going to get a 9.5. I'd be very, very happy if it got a 9. If it came an 8 or 8.5, I'd be a little bummed. Hopefully nothing lower than that, but it's not leaving my collection because I pulled it myself. So our last card, let's see what we're going to get. 3, 2, and 1. 8.5. Okay, not bad, not bad. I was hoping for a 9. I was honestly hoping for a 9. So this is my Charizard VMAX Rainbow Secret Rare. Pulled this from the first Champion's Path Elite Trainer box I ever opened, and about lost my mind. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. 8.5. A lot of y'all are going to argue that if I sent these to PSA, this would have been a 10. This would have probably been a 9 or a 9.5, and I don't disagree with you, but I wanted to send them to CGC because that's what I wanted to do, and I'm not upset at all. So 8.5 isn't awful. We've got an 8 on centering, which I agree. You can probably see right there, the centering on this card is not great. And then surface is a 9, corners are a 9, and the edges are a 9.5. So if the centering wouldn't have been so bad, I would have got a 9 on this, which I would have been really, really happy about. But this is not a card for the intention of selling. I pulled this myself, and both of these, having pulled them both myself, they're not going anywhere. I'm keeping them because I think they're great. Really stoked to have these back. Really pumped about this grade, a 9.5. I hoped for a second maybe it would be a 10. I know it's so hard to get a 10. I hoped for a second maybe it would be a 10, but I will take a 9.5 and an 8.5 because I pulled these myself, and I'll never get rid of them because it's just a great piece of, you know, a great memory for me. And then these two, I will probably keep for a while. I may get rid of them in the future. I don't know. But I'll keep them. I'll hold on to them for a while because first edition vintage cards are just becoming more and more rare. So, beautiful spread, guys. What do you think? I think these are beautiful slabs. I really enjoy them. I'm very, very happy about the grade on this. I'm not somebody that's like, oh my God, if I don't get a 10, I'm upset. Very happy for the grade on this card. Just looking at these graded brings back the memories and the nostalgia of pulling them myself. So not mad at all. especially because the centering on this one was so bad. And I doubt I'll ever pull another one. But very, very cool. Drop me a comment down below. What do you think? What do you think about the grades? What do you think about the cards? What do you think about CGC? You know, if you don't like CGC, that's fine. Drop me a comment down below and let me know. But I, for one, am incredibly pleased, especially with this beautiful card right here. All right, my friends, well, I hope I earned your subscription. I hope you'll check out some of these other videos right here. Lots of cool stuff for you guys to watch. And if you haven't already, make sure to click that subscription button and that notification bell. And like I always say, find somebody to love and serve today and be the change you want to see in the world. We'll see you next time.